there's a chance dry January might be slightly damp.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Drink by myself.
Mikey K. I guess the moral of the story is don't leave us to ourselves because our worst vices surface.
Pop out.
Hey, life's tough.
I am the butt of every joke in this family.
That's another episode.
So, if anybody watches Dateline...
However, so many wives poison their husbands. If one of us dies in the next month under mysterious circumstances...
That's the connection. Eureka!
Oh, that's a PK. If we don't stand for it and uphold it, it's not self-sustaining upon itself. We take it for granted because we've had it, because people have stood up for it.
Ooh, tough transition.
That got deep. You won. You had it worse. God, I love the smell of the gym.
It really smells like sweat and feet.
I-
I'm not legally what. You've got to stop telling people this. We'll see you on the other side.
On the other side.
Welcome to the Mr. and Mrs. Inglis Podcast. I'm Megan.
And I'm Shaen. We're here to talk about the wild ride of raising kids, growing careers, keeping life together in the middle of all the chaos.
So buckle up, because we're all in this crazy journey together.
Wow, that's crazy. We just did our little kind of like audio intro.
Yeah.
And this is episode 50.
50.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 50 years we've been doing this.
It's a bicentennial.
For bicentennials.
For the listeners, it may feel like 50 years.
Feels like we should cheers to that.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right, well, we won't both drink at the same time. I'll let you take a sip first, ladies first, and alcoholics first. I'm just kidding. I'd be the one most likely probably to check that box.
I don't think we're in that territory. I think we're okay.
No, we're not in that territory, I hope.
I hope.
Although you might not know it by looking at some of our Instagram feeds and stuff. A lot of alcohol pouring on there.
There is a lot of porn. Well, I mean, once a week-ish. Not even.
It is. It's my one pour week, and,
Yeah.
you know, that's probably a good place to start this.
Yes.
Is blaming Mikey K. I mean, I'm strong enough. I'm my own man. I can do whatever I want to. But I had kind of bullied you into, like, let's just do a dry January. Because I felt like we were drinking. Normally we drink just on the weekends, right? Like not heavily either. It'd be like
No, like on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday night.
Yeah, if
Right.
not all three. But
Right.
probably one would be lighter than the other. Friday's usually the one that we're like letting go, but even more so, more often
By
than
letting
not
go,
now.
you mean like I have a full glass of wine instead of a half?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I meant we're letting go of Fridays to some degree now
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah.
more often than not we have a game on Friday night.
That's right.
So
Right.
we're not
You're like-
drinking at the field.
I thought you
Just
meant like letting go of
just
like
bombing it.
control. No, we are not letting go.
Yeah. Anybody that knows this knows that's the case.
Yeah.
But I had thought, because it would maybe over the holidays, it's just so easy
It is.
for it to leach into like a Tuesday, or if something was canceled and we had a night a Thursday, you know what I mean? Things like that.
Exactly. And if
And
you're
with all the excess anyways.
all the excess eating and and for me, I think part of the enjoyment of a glass of wine is because I haven't had it in a week, and so it's like, but when I have it more frequently, like over the holidays, it's like, give or take. So
Right.
it kind of is, starting over. And so we were on board with this dry January.
Yeah, no, I'm with that. And I want to come back to that to some degree, but yeah, we were on board for this dry January just to try it out because we've never done it. I know people do it.
Yeah.
It wasn't really a big deal this year, I don't think. I didn't hear about anybody doing it.
I didn't hear anybody. Yeah.
But I was like, I might as well try it, right? We'll see people, you read, that it make you feel way better, it detox you and all this kind of stuff, right?
Right.
All the health benefits for it, or just the benefits period of it. Well, dry January turned into, let's start the third because there's a lot of good football in the first and second, right? So it's like,
true.
it's like, we're just going to chop off, like it's just going to be a short January.
I mean, we were still going through the New Year's holiday.
Right. I mean, it was still time off. Kids hadn't gone back to school. So most of you would understand. Dry January, and I think most people handle it that way.
I think so.
It doesn't start till you go back to work.
Of course.
Right. If you've been off for 2 weeks, it's not going to start at the end of that. That's crazy.
No, you're like, I'm going back to work for like the longest stretch of time that I don't get a paid holiday.
That's right. That would be insane. So as all normal human beings would do,
Yes.
we started on the third or whatever it was.
Of course.
Anyways, so we had totally planned on that. And then we did really good for about 10 days till I had to travel.
Yeah.
And go
yeah.
ahead.
By we, you mean we did really well.
That's
and
what I
then
said
you
by
traveled.
we.
Yeah.
I said, you didn't change what I said at all.
You're right.
So I ended up traveling for soccer and all the dads. I talked about it last week. We stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning, and we definitely had some drinks, which, we had talked before as husband and wife, had a very serious conversation.
Very, yeah. Uh-huh.
I said, hey, just so you know, there's a chance dry January might be slightly damp.
Yeah. And I was like, go for it.
Knowing that I would be, sitting at the bar with all the dads, watching football and basketball and soccer dads, yeah.
Soccer, well, exactly.
And then Mikey K, as I endearingly refer to him. Mikey K brings down, I talked about it last week, old fashions, and I definitely can't say no to an old fashioned, especially when Mikey K is bringing it down.
Exactly. And I do think, I know this is lighthearted, but I do think that it's really important for you to have that time with other male friends. And so while it did not turn into damp January for me, who was alone with 2 kids, and I was like, well, I guess I would drink by myself, and like for you, I was super supportive, because I was like, how often do you get time with male friends?
Right. Not that often.
Not that often. So enjoy it.
Especially when I'm willing to stay up, as we talked about last week.
I've known you a long time.
Anyway, so as you can tell, as we shoot this, it's the 26th. So it's just continuing to rain in January for us.
Well, and we broke because of the snowstorm this past weekend.
Yeah, that's right.
And so everything, schedule 100% cleared. We're now on day 4 of a completely cleared schedule.
Yes, huge point.
Completely.
Because people that are in our phase of life, we never get this, right? And so it's like we're sitting at home for literally 3-4 nights in a row with nothing to do.
Yeah.
Even during the day.
Yeah.
It's insane. We did Legos, we're watching movies.
Right.
You're getting to actual chores. I actually got to some chores at the house.
Yep.
What was I going to say about that though? And that was on the heels of the previous 2 weeks, which we did say that one game, we had 12 or something like that in a weekend.
12.
But you've done the math on the 2 weeks or whatever it was.
For 2 weekends.
Yeah.
We had 20 games.
Yeah.
Across the 3 kids. 20 games in 2 weekends. That's not inclusive of, weekday practices, or it doesn't include all of the volunteer hours that 2 of our children got over the weekends.
Yeah.
Nor does it include the birthday celebration that we snuck in there.
Yeah.
So it actually was pretty easy to be dry because we were too busy.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
To do
totally fine.
Anything.
And I think if we had a regular weekend this weekend, which we were supposed to have a tournament again this weekend, then we probably would have been fine to be dry that whole time.
Totally.
I guess the moral of the story is don't leave us to ourselves because our worst vices surface.
Vices pop out.
Yeah.
And we're around the wine fridge and the bar,
That's
in
right.
our home bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was so nice to not have to worry about the daily logistic touch point that you and I have every single day of you go here, I go there, and then we're going to meet here so that we can then, do 4 flips and it just didn't happen. It was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had to celebrate that, and we celebrated with a glass.
We did. That's right. So bringing that back to the storm in Texas, obviously this is something that in Minnesota would be a non-event.
Correct.
And it's tough to mention Minnesota right now without bringing some thoughts to my head, but we're going to set those aside.
Yes.
And just say, how the heck did you live there? Because this is pretty normal for, a good, chunk of the winter, right?
Oh my goodness, yeah. I mean, the temperatures that we've been having in Texas are nothing compared to the temperatures that they have all winter long in Minnesota.
Right.
And I don't know.
But you don't like it either now. I mean, your blood's thinned.
I never liked it to begin with.
Yeah, you just dealt with it.
I dealt with it.
Okay.
And as a kid, it is fun to play in the snow. I was telling the kids this weekend, I was like, when it was 20 degrees and snowy, that really was fun. Growing up in Colorado, you have to appreciate that, like, 25-degree, super snowy weather as a kid is amazing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, here it's 5 degrees and snowing.
Coming in, you're soaked because your snow layers didn't do anything but just soak it up.
Yep.
You know, and like just leaving it by the front door, just melting.
Yeah.
The best.
Uh-huh.
I mean, everybody can smell. I mean, I do. I remember the smell of like the gloves and because they're like wet, sweaty. You know, I mean, just kids, just nasty kid smells. You know.
Yeah, like absolutely.
But that was the best, being numb.
Mm-hmm.
And our kids are doing it now.
Oh yeah. Our youngest has been outside for like 2 hours today. It is a little warmer today than yesterday, but
Yeah, this morning was a low. But at least they're getting to know the fact that there's different kinds of snow. Growing up in Texas, they didn't. I remember there was somebody at one point in time that annoyed me, and I think we've since come to terms on it, but they tried to make fun of our kids because they didn't know how to make snowballs. And it's like, our kids have never been around snow.
Snow, right.
I mean, I get it. Making snowballs is somewhat maybe self-explanatory to some degree.
If you've been in snow.
But if you've never been in snow, yeah, you maybe you've seen somebody model it for you first, and then you do it. You know what I mean?
It doesn't take an extensive amount of training, but like it does. Like oh, that's how you do a snowball.
But there's been enough snow now. Is my point? Is they're getting to know like this is not the fun snow you can run and jump off the deck and just poof, lay back in. This would, if you did that today, you would run. It would be like landing on white asphalt.
It would.
Except you just slide away.
Exactly. It is. This is the strangest snow I've ever seen, actually, because it looks like it's snow, and it is snow. I mean, and there's a couple inches. I mean, it covers grass and everything, and then there's drifts that are a couple feet because it was really windy. But it is hard as a rock. So I've taken the dog out, and keep in mind, Paris is a princess puppy. She gets carried to her potty spot. She doesn't like cold. She's 8 pounds. Anyway, so I carry her out there, I don't know, every 3-4 hours. I have yet to make a footprint. Like, I am not even heavy enough to make a footprint on this snow-ice combination that we have.
So here's where I have failed as a husband on this one, for sure, because I pretty much got in my head when the whole city was going to shut down. We knew this was coming. I'm like, I'm not going to leave the house for like 3 days. Like, literally, I'm not going outside I don't even need to go outside for anything. Oh. Now, I did one time because we had some wind blow some like chair covers and stuff off, so I've been outside. But my point where I failed you is when last night you're like, hey, will you just kind of monitor how long I'm outside? If I fall and I'm not back inside for 30 minutes or so, maybe come looking for me.
It's true. And because I was asking the kids, like, you guys aren't going to know necessarily if I slip. I mean, it's like you're skating the whole time.
100%. So the responsible husband I am, who's worried about your, well-being, I pulled you up on the Ring camera in the back.
You did.
And I watched you out there. And I turned on the microphone and I told you, good job, you made it down the stairs. But as I'm looking at what you're talking about, the stairs are full of snow.
Completely
frozen ice. And so they're basically like round lumps of slippy, sabotaged stairs.
100%. So, to be clear, the wind has blown this ice-snow combination like up, and so it's hitting like the riser of the stair, the part that goes up. So you no longer have the nice perpendicular flat step. It is one sheet. It is one ramp all the way down. You don't even have steps. It's truly a ramp.
Well, kind of. But yeah, it's mostly a ramp.
It's mostly a ramp.
You could make it into a ramp real easy. Is the point, is why you're nervous too. So my point where I failed you on this is I'm watching you from the Ring camera last night going like, somebody probably should have shoveled those stairs or maybe even had the forethought to buy some salt. We could have iced a couple. We could have salted a couple of the pathways. Not one thought was given to it. Not even one. Again, this is the chaos train. And I told Megan, it's like, we don't want to get on here and just all day long complain about how busy we are. Right. Last week was an extremely busy week away from the kids.
Yes.
Clearly, we've talked about the kids having a busy week, but we had a busy week.
We had a busy week.
From work and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't at the house some of the times, finishing up some things. Long story short, I mean, just swinging and missing on that one. Like, no forethought. There's been times, I mean, I've had salt at this house before.
Yeah.
Because I've had the forethought.
Yeah.
I've brought the shovel down. I've actually shoveled that back before.
You have, yeah.
Not this time.
Yeah.
Didn't even cross my mind till last night. I'm watching you on the ring going, well done.
Well, because you have to go down the stairs sideways. You actually can't go down facing down. Like if you have to sidestep it all the way down. It's that steep.
It's how you would basically probably climb down Everest, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I mean, if I could just get some crampons,
If you could get a rope, if you get a rope there.
I know.
We don't have like handles on those stairs or anything like that. I thought about that
We
before.
don't. We have no handles on these stairs. Like, yeah. So it really is a death trap. And I'm like,
It is.
Huh.
It is. And I just threw you to the wolves, to the ice.
well, and then, okay, so on the ring camera, the microphone doesn't work very well. So actually, you scared the absolute crap out of me when all of a sudden I'm hearing this like, and so I like jerk. I'm like, ugh.
I wondered about that.
As I'm on ice,
You were already
start
down when I said it,
skating.
though. You're on the bottom level
was
at
on
least.
the bottom. But I was like, that did not help, my love.
Well, I mean, hey, life's tough. If our backyard stairs turn into, Mount Everest, where they've got just, dead people along the sideways of the path that you just have to cross because they're frozen and it's too hard to remove them, and that ends up you and Paris out there. That's the funniest visual. I mean, it's a terrible visual, but it's hilarious.
So, if anybody watches Dateline,
That was the first one. So many Datelines. I mean,
guess
transition to Dateline.
guess what? I think we got a big clue right there.
So many husbands kill their wives. It's incredible.
I know. If you do watch Dateline, I think you lose your faith in humanity.
However, so many wives poison their husbands,
I know.
killing them. Yeah. And I had an upset stomach this weekend out of nowhere from something I ate. Everybody else seemed to be fine.
I know.
So if anybody's watching this, look back. If one of us dies in the next month under mysterious circumstances, investigate.
Investigate.
Oh, wait, it's not going to work, though. We did not just increase our life insurance. They always increase their life insurance like
Always.
the month before.
Right before it happens.
Yeah, shocker.
Yeah, it's amazing.
By the way, I just upped your life insurance.
I had no notification of this.
It's always some pathetic amount. I shouldn't say pathetic amount. Everybody has their own life. But it's always like, they had $70,000 of life insurance. Like, you're going to kill someone for $70,000?
Right. Like
the person you once loved and married, for better or for worse, unless it's 70 grand.
I mean, really? Yeah. Like,
Crazy.
you
So
really
sad.
put the price of a human life at that? I mean, come on.
I mean, some of them are like $200,000. I mean, like, granted, $200,000 is not a small amount of money, but I would hope you would think I was worth more than $200,000 and your life was worth more than $2,000.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
Well, that, and you would actually have to get over the fact that you took a life, which I don't know how you would ever live with yourself again.
We're all born animals, sinners.
Yeah. Yeah, the ego and the id. Is it the id that takes over, according to Freud?
Yeah. Yeah.
The animal impulses?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I barely studied Freud.
I have a degree in psychology.
Yeah. So is that why you like Dateline?
No, I don't know. I was just trying to think where to go with that. I spent 25 years in banking,
I know.
and I can tell you there's a lot of egos
There's
in
ego.
banking. That's what I gather from that.
That's the connection.
The
Eureka.
their ids and egos are out of control. They're like refs, There's a lot of
Oh my gosh, yes.
credit mostly. And anybody that watches this knows. I mean, the credit guys, they're like refs. They got mama issues. Can't be wrong. They got to be right. They love the power.
They do. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
I don't miss
man.
it at all. I don't miss it at all.
They at least, so bankers are at least doing it for a nice salary. Like, your refs aren't making enough money to be, like,
That's why they're even worse.
yeah, it's like even
Bankers are like, okay, we're all professionals, so
Yeah,
I got to
yeah.
keep it somewhat professional, but I'm going to pound you and make you into a pulp as much as I possibly can.
Yeah.
Because I'm smarter than you. It's like the smartest guys in the room. If you haven't read the book, read the book. Great book. But it's exactly what I came from. Refs, that money's not there, right? The professionalism isn't there.
Mm-hmm.
So all they want to do is win.
Yeah.
They just want to beat the life out of you.
Yeah.
By bad call after bad call after bad call.
Yeah.
That's why I know our sideline. Our dads know that too, right? Like the second we start getting on them, that's why I never yell at refs anymore.
No.
Unless it's a safety issue, I might a little bit more. But even then now I don't, because they're so bad that they'll throw a game because they don't like the parents.
Oh, totally.
100%.
I know.
Oh, that's a PK. Foul was at midfield.
Yeah, right.
Nope, PK. And I'm sorry, it was also in the 128th minute
Of a 90-minute game.
of a 90-minute game. Like, time's up, bud. Nope, not till they win.
Not till they win.
Not till I can get to the other team to win.
They are so, yeah.
Anyways.
I'm peeved.
Oh, yeah, I'm peeved. Yeah, that's right. So let's go to our I'm peeved. Do you have an I'm peeved from this week's segment?
Ooh, I need to think about that a little bit.
Oh, I know. I'm peeved. We've been very peeved all weekend.
We've been very peeved all week.
About the rule of law. Like, there's a reason, and I think it's fair for everybody on here. If you're listening to this and you don't believe in the rule of law,
I agree.
then that's an issue. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, even police, if they kill somebody on the job, they're taken off the job. Their firearms are turned in, pending a mandatory investigation to make sure it was,
Above board.
legal, above board. So yeah, my I'm peeved right now is I could talk about this for the rest of the show,
Right.
and into next week, but we got to get back under control.
Yep.
In this country.
Yeah.
Because what's happening on the streets of the United States of America is not the country that I grew up in.
No.
Is it the country you grew up in?
No.
You actually grew up in Minneapolis.
I grew up in Minneapolis.
The man shot was actually a couple blocks from where you lived.
Yep. Exactly.
When you lived there.
Exactly. And I can speak for the area, and it's just, it's absolutely breaking my heart. I don't know if I'm more angry or more sad. I don't know. But I'm definitely scared. I'm scared for how and what world our children are growing up in.
That was the next point of mine. Yeah, it's like what we're leaving to them. It's not normal.
Yeah, it's not.
This is not acceptable on the streets of America.
No. And you're absolutely right. I'm peeved. It's actually a very euphemistic way to say it.
Yeah, I mean, we have a constitution, we have rules, and we have law. We have governing law that is just being pushed aside. So that's what I'm peeved about this week.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been peeved about it for a long time, but this week it's just again. How many times are we going to just let this kind of stuff continue to happen and watch the erosion of democracy and the erosion of law?
Of law.
They've talked about it. Law is not self-sustaining.
Yes.
Law is sustaining because people uphold it. Governments uphold it, legislators uphold it, judicial courts uphold it. If we don't stand for it and uphold it, it's not self-sustaining upon itself. We take it for granted because we've had it.
Yeah.
Because people have stood up for it.
That's exactly.
People have sacrificed for it.
Yep.
Anyways, I could talk about this for hours, and we've decided on this podcast that we don't get into this kind of stuff. But that's what I'm peeved about this week. It's crossed the threshold
of how I can't
stand by and stay silent.
I can't stand by and stay silent. I can't. Because I don't see that this is correcting. I don't see it self-correcting. I don't see people upholding the law. And honestly, it breaks my heart to see a community completely ravaged by this. Children can't go to school because their families and they are too afraid. Businesses closing, because they don't have people, because people don't want to leave their homes. But one thing I have seen is the beauty of the people of Minneapolis.
Well, you have family. We have family that live in Minneapolis still. So there's a lot that we can know that's happening there that's not being covered. Also.
Exactly. There's just too much happening for it to be covered, honestly. And I will say, in Minnesota, I grew up where your neighbor, truly, like if we look back at the Bible, love your neighbor as yourself. Like, I grew up that way.
Yeah.
I grew up always knowing my neighbors and doing May baskets and, together in block parties and all of that. Like, your neighborhood was a huge deal, and it is still that way in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And I see people standing up to fight for their neighbor. I heard a story about a kid. He's a high school student. And he is actually, because some of his friends are, maybe they're biracial or they don't look the right way, he's going and he's like filling up their cars with gas because these people are too afraid to leave their homes to fill up their car with gas. This is a teenager who's taken a stand and done the right thing and helped someone out. So it's like I see and I hear these stories happening, which are giving me hope. But yes, when it comes down to it, I am so peeved at what is happening. And again, it's a euphemistic term, but
It is, and I'll end it from my perspective, from just saying, I find it hard to believe that this is what people voted for. If you voted in that direction, is this what you voted for?
right.
And think about where this country's going in the future.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, that aside,
Ooh, tough transition.
that got deep. That got real deep.
Hey, sometimes when you're peeved, you gotta let it out.
Yeah. What was the new segment that we were going to say? Do you remember them?
Then versus now, and who had it worse?
Who had it worse? All right. So here's a new segment we're going to try to introduce and try to remember these. So we have more segments on here, so it's not just us rambling all the time. But so this new one is who had it worse. So we're basically going to talk about our last week to see who had it worse, you or me, or maybe you. Right? You can say like, hey, I beat both of you because of this. So I would say for 2025, the year as a whole, you won. You had it worse. New knee, you blew your knee, you had a knee surgery.
Yeah.
You had the other issue, which I don't know if you brought it up on here or not.
Yeah.
So you had another medical issue that you had. It's scary, and you had that fixed.
Yep.
Moved past that, thank God. So you won 2025, but what about this week?
This week,
Tell them about what you're introducing. I think that's an important one to say, what you're introducing.
So I had the honor. I was, and we won't say that. I was chosen to lead a return to office program for my company. And
So the company has been, background
or
here.
a portion of the company.
Yeah, but the background here is the company
The company
on a whole is.
largely is remote, and it's a large company, so different.
That's
teams.
following COVID.
Right, and COVID, pre-COVID, everybody was in the office 100% of the time, and then post-COVID, we were largely remote. Now, some areas have been back on a limited, more hybrid basis, is the buzzword. And over the last several months, I've been working on something how to roll out returning to the office a couple days a week.
I know you're trying to be so
And
careful
so-
just in case, because you've been the face of this
And
for your division or the part of the company that you're at. You've been the face of it.
I've had to be the face of it.
And I've heard you talking about it to some people, and I think you've said it, you're incredibly democratic about it, right? I mean, not democratic, that's not the right word.
Diplomatic.
Diplomatic
Is that where you're
about it,
going? Yeah.
maybe. Where I heard you today say to someone like, look, they brought me in and they basically were saying, you can cut this if you want to, but they were basically saying like, look, we want you to be the face of this for reasons I think that I totally get, right? You're incredibly, because of your likability, your agreeableness, your ability to deliver tough information in a very easy, relatable way. I mean, there's a million reasons, I can't find the right words for it, but they picked the right person to do it. And when they picked you, it was also kind of a thing of, hey, this is not about your input on whether this is going to happen or not. This is how we're going to talk about how it's happening, how it's rolling out. Right? And so you've had to get on board with, it's just not easy, because I think everybody would love to stay home. We all get that. Whether we're going back to work or not, that's fine. We've been there. We all did it 5 days a week 12 years ago.
We did.
Right? So this is one of those things where now you're having to answer a little bit to, oh, hey, Megan, so this is your gig? You're making everybody go back to work? And you're like, no, I'm not making people.
Right. And so delivering that tough message.
But still supporting leadership.
You have to support leadership. You have to, I don't want to cry over a decision that I can't influence that, but what I can influence is how it happens and all of that. And so, but I'm the face of it, and I know that people will have this visceral reaction, and yet I'm the one having largely to maybe not deliver the initial message. I did not deliver the initial message. That did come from people way higher than me, but I am the one who had to deliver a lot of the whys and the substantiation of the decision. And
You're essentially like, here's why this is such a great thing, everybody. Here's why you're the cheerleader, unfortunately.
yeah. So
that dilutes you so much. You weren't the cheerleader, but essentially that's a tough place to be put in.
I was the, employee relations person, and, and like.
And it's still going. I heard you talking about people with it today, even.
Yeah. So
almost as though they're asking you, like, was this your gig?
Yeah. Well, and part of it is I want to
Is this your bag?
Yeah. And here's the thing. I want to understand people's concerns, right? And maybe this is why they partly pick me, is because I truly do care about like what people are concerned about and how do we make it better and if we can and all of that. And I'm like, I have some of the same concerns, and it's like we're gonna figure it out. But I might say that I had the worst week because I had to roll out and get on present to a couple hundred people explaining how this is going to happen, why it's going to happen, answer some tough questions. So I did have to get in front of a couple hundred people and explain and give answers to very pointed questions. And I speak quite a bit in front of large audiences. I will tell you, this is one that I was pretty nervous for.
Yeah. Yeah. And this one would be tough too, because it's like you work for a very large, big company, a Fortune X company. And not the whole company's going back though either. So It's like, oh, hey, this is why we're special. We got the golden ticket, also.
Yep.
Which that's not easy.
It's not. And so, that and was not fun. Knowing the reaction. I mean, it is what it had to be, and but I will say I was nervous. I don't usually get that nervous in front of large audiences anymore, but this one did.
Well, because usually know your material.
Yes.
Back and forth. And you believe in your material back and forth. It's not that you don't believe in this, but it's everybody, if given the option, would be like, oh, I'll stay at home. I don't, it's 2 hours of more work I get because I'm not on the road and yada, yada, yada.
Absolutely. Exactly. And there's the trade-offs and all of that. And part of it was I didn't really have much time to prepare. So 48 hours before we had this large meeting, people were asking questions, and so I wanted to capture the latest snapshot of questions before I even hopped on this. And so it's like there are things I had 5 minutes before the call that I'm like, I need to mentally prepare to answer that question, even though it was just asked. And it was a busy week last week. I'd say this past week maybe it was harder for me. I think you won the previous week when you were out and working until 1 a.m. multiple nights. And
yeah, but we didn't start it that week. So this week, my hardest thing my hardest thing this week was that you signed us up for this the girls basketball team. The parents have like a rotational, I'll buy all the dinners or lunches for the girls.
Carpool.
It's a dinner carpool for before basketball games. And of course, the week that you have to be in the office delivering this information was your week that you signed up for this carpool for you and the other moms that I ended up having to do, which wasn't bad. I just had to go to Chick-fil-A. but I actually had to, I've been finishing up a property. Dotting T's, crossing I's.
Yeah. No.
No, that's not right. I was just seeing if you're going to catch me on it.
Dotting I's, crossing T's.
Yeah, kissing babies. And I had to leave to go get Chick-fil-A for all the girlies.
Yeah, you did. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So that was tough.
It's really hard.
So I would say, I don't know, it's up. You guys tell us who won that one. I mean, it's pretty tough for me. There are some weeks I win, and some weeks you definitely win.
I think I won this week.
I think you won this week. I definitely think you won this week. Well done. Well done. Way to hang in there. You did it. You did it.
I did it. And another reason why on Friday evening I was like, yeah, dry January is not sticking. I might want a glass of wine after the day I've had or the week I've had.
Yeah. I see that. Well, that's what I was going to say too earlier when I was like, we'll come back to this, but I do feel like sometimes in this, I don't want to dive deeply into this because you get real deep into this, whatnot, but it's like, I do feel like earlier, and sometimes even now, it's like, you know what? A drink just takes the edge off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't want to start drinking just to take an edge off.
You don't want to do that.
Right?
No.
I want to take a drink, like you said earlier, to enjoy it because I haven't had it in a week.
Right.
Like, I like the taste. I like the, whatever the taste of the different kind of bourbon or the different kind of wine you're drinking is.
Yeah.
Not to take the edge off.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's where I got to get back into because this year, here's the other thing I haven't gotten into. I've not been back to working out since when?
I mean, you did run last week or so, but
I did, but there's something happened. I either got sick or something happened or I got hurt. I don't remember what it was, but I kind of didn't have time to work out and I haven't got back to it for like 2 months.
I think it's, as you've been working at the property, like it's just been
It could be.
back
It's just
to the
too
wall
busy for
every
that.
day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah. So that's what usually takes my edge off is doing that. So I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to join a local gym here because I know there's some guys that play pickup games and maybe start playing basketball again. I mean, I haven't played in 20 years.
It'll come back. It's got to be like riding a bike.
You know here's the thing I'm most nervous about is my eyes have gotten worse. These are those things getting old. So there's two things. One, I don't want to get hurt because I already know I've got a slightly torn meniscus.
Yeah.
And I just don't want that being a ticking time bomb. I don't want to go through what you went through, but I also don't want to not live life because I'm worried about my knee.
I think that's the
So that one aside, I don't want to get hurt. Also, I don't want to twist an ankle again. Twisting ankles is the worst, but maybe I'm not going to be active enough. Who knows? I'm getting older. But I'm getting older to the point where my eyes aren't great. I wear glasses most of the time right now when I'm driving at night, when I'm watching TV. So most people, when they see me, they don't see me like this. They see me with glasses on.
Yeah.
And a hat for that matter.
You do usually have a hat.
So I'm incognito everywhere, mostly because of just, the throngs of people who know me from morning cereal. I've constantly recognized from morning cereal.
You can't go out without somebody
I almost can't go out anymore.
stopping you. Yeah.
But anyways, the eyesight thing is an issue because I did notice when we were members of that gym 2 years ago, maybe I went twice and shot around in the gym.
Yeah.
Just the feel and the smell of the gym. I love it. I love basketball. Like being in there with our daughter has been incredible. Just watching her is incredible. B, every time I go into a new gym, I'm like, God, I love the smell of the gym.
I can attest to this. He does say this every time. I was like, it really smells like sweat and feet.
I lived in a gym. I just lived in gyms, when I was younger, and it's nostalgic and very. That was the best part of my childhood was in gyms. Was spent in gyms, especially my adolescence. Yeah. So that's like such a special smell to me. Anyways, but the sound of the ball and the nets and I know it all. I know it all by like the back of my hand. But my point is, I can't see the rim clearly. So when I'm shooting, like from threes, I can't see the rim clearly. I see two rims.
Oh.
Yeah.
You might have to get contacts.
Well, the last time I was there, he suggested contacts for me, based on my prescription now.
Yeah.
And I was like, I am not ready for contacts. I'm not ready to touch my eyes.
No judgment for people who have worn contacts since they were in 2nd grade.
Yeah. Well, I'm not legally blind, unlike other people.
I'm not legally blind. You've got to stop telling people this. You now have our children parroting what you're saying. Mom's legally blind. I'm not. I have terrible eyesight, but I am not legally blind.
Our children don't repeat anything I say. Especially that would be negatively connotated towards you.
I am the butt of every joke in this family.
Well, that's for another
Maybe
episode.
that's my next time peeve.
That's another episode.
That's an entire episode.
Anyways, that's my whole thing. I want to go back. I don't want to get hurt, but I might have to get contacts if I really want to play. Because, my game used to be quickness, like driving left or right to the hole. If not, I could shoot from anywhere.
Yeah.
But now I'm probably not as fast. I got to remember how to dribble again. So that half of my game is probably gone. So that leaves me with shooting. And if I can't see the rim, that's a problem. I mean, there's some muscle memory there, which gets me through. I mean, I make a high percentage of the shots I take.
Yeah.
But in a game when I was winded, I did not. When I was just shooting around, I bet I make 95% of the shots I take anywhere on the court. But when in the game, after I got winded, I mean, I couldn't see how many fingers I had on my hand. I was
You were so winded.
I was tired, and my eyes they're going. It's crazy.
You're gonna have to get contacts.
I know. But I just in the last 4 months or so, 6 months of my life, I've noticed that little, wait a second, I got to move that back just slightly. I can't see it that close.
Yeah.
And if I have my glasses on, I definitely can't see things up close. I have to actually take my glasses up, and then I can see. So I'm like, wow, what am I going to start getting gray hair next?
Oh, honey. The mirror should tell you that you're already getting it feathered. You have like the streak.
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Although the kids will say, Dad, you have way less gray hair than Mom.
I know. They give you a hard time. We'll talk about that next week.
But no, your gray hair is very distinguished. But I will start laughing if you have a pair of glasses up on your head and a pair on your nose.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm not ready for that. Not ready for that. Got to get back into the gym, our gym.
Yep.
Yeah.
And start playing basketball.
Yeah.
That's going to be
so many calories that way.
Yeah.
I mean, knock on wood, as long as I don't get hurt, it should be fun. I mean, I love basketball. I used to, I guess. I used to is the point.
Well, I think you still do.
See, 25 years later, I don't watch basketball. I mean, I guess I watch the Jayhawks play, but outside of that, I mean, NBA is terrible now.
It's not much fun, is it? No. I do like college basketball.
Yeah. Even college is just, you can't build teams anymore.
No.
That's a whole other thing.
Oh, yeah, that's a whole other that's another unpeeved segment of the
NIL money. We'll talk about that next
We are
week.
going to nix the NIL money conversation in our house.
Oh, there's one of the dads. This is the last story, and then we'll close it down. But when we were out there, I was telling people about the NIL story. Did I tell that story on here? I think I did.
so.
Somebody next to us bought the house with NIL money, and he's like 23 years old. Nice kid.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, that must, if someone gave me $5 million when I was 23 just as a head start in life after, I played college ball, and this kid's not in the NFL, so it's like he wasn't like an outstanding player potentially. I don't want to talk smack about him.
Yeah, we don't.
I don't know enough about him.
Right.
Nice kid, nice dad.
Exactly.
I'm jealous. This is what it comes down to. I'm jealous that he got it. He got a $5 million check from NIL, and he bought the house right next to us. And I was like, I worked 30 years to buy this lot and house. More power to you.
More power to you. Mm-hmm.
More power to you. So, all right. Well, anything you want to finish up with?
You know what?
No.
I like our 2 new segments, so I think I'm good.
Yeah. We'll get some segmentality on here.
Segmentation? Segmentality?
Segmentality-isms.
There we go. I like that.
Just making up words.
It's all right. We can do that.
Well, hopefully we thaw out. Hopefully everything's okay for everybody out there in the cold. That was in the cold as well. It's just cold, but Texas isn't made for the cold.
Not made for the cold. Things freeze. Pipes burst. Burst pipes. Pipes burst.
Yeah. Have another.
Like, homes here were built to keep in the cool.
Yeah.
Right? Not the heat. So We have what, another 24 hours of this before we thaw it out
We
again?
hit the low, but yeah, tomorrow we get above freezing. So
Sweet.
we'll still fall below freezing all the way through next Tuesday, but we're still above it. So
Well, we might want to put some salt on those stairs.
yeah, I gotta go out tomorrow anyways. Well, everybody, thanks for tuning in. I guess be kind to one another. Appreciate the law. Appreciate this incredible country that was founded centuries ago under certain inalienable rights
Yep.
that we should just cherish. The Constitution that was put in place,
Yep.
and the rules and the law and the government, that the way it was supposed to be,
Upheld.
it was meant to be upheld. We have an amazing country, but let's not lose it. So be kind to each other.
Yep.
Support the people that want it to carry on the way it used to be great.
Yep.
And I'll leave it at that, because it could be a whole podcast that we could just tear into. But
Exactly.
other than that, stay warm, and anything else?
We'll see you on the other side.
On the other side. All right.
All right.
See
Ciao,
ya.
ciao.